Hey, I am still in Italy and I have received the first few lists to review, and this one is for Jesper Winther for the Danish Nationals. Um, Jesper is doing something very unusual. Very, very unusual. He is bringing a tank platoon, Finnish tank platoon. I think that's the first time I've actually seen that done. I know it is possible. I've never actually seen it done. I've heard about it once before, um, but this is the first time I will actually see what happens when you bring an unreliable tank platoon. Because, I mean, all his armor is unreliable, right? And that is, of course, not very good. But on the other hand, you might be able to pull it off, and at least it's cheap, right? Um, so I think one of the issues is you're going to have to deal with those double pins, right? Because every time you get pinned, you get another pin. So there is this idea that you're going to get pinned a lot when you have this. On the other hand, you're going to combine armor into an army that is mostly brought as infantry. I mean, the Finnish have the best infantry of the game, so mostly their roster is limited by the fact that they lack armor. Here, he's bringing armor, saying, I don't give a shit about the pins, I'll just do it. An interesting experiment. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it goes. And the list itself is also very interesting. He starts out with a T-28 Pashtuna medium tank, which is an A+ tank. It has a pintle-mounted MMG, which I think there may be a problem with the newest FAG. We'll figure it out. A turret-mounted light howitzer and 2 MMGs in turrets. That's good, because that means that you can split fire 3 ways. 4 if you're counting the pintle. So that is really, really an interesting tank. It's not very expensive, and the howitzer on it makes it so that you can fire indirectly as well, which is extra good, right? So it is a really interesting tank. He of course has the command vehicle special rule on it. It is a bit weak. 8+ armor is not a lot, but I think it's a good tank. I think it's a really good tank. Then he brings a couple of BA-10s, which is those 7+ Recce vehicles with 2 LMGs, 1 in a turret, and it also has light anti-tank guns. So they're actually vehicle hunters. They can really move up along flanks, take flank shots into your armor, making it pinned or maybe even penetrating, and or hunting your trucks with relative impunity, because they're 7+, they're not open topped. They can recce if anything dangerous pops out. A vehicle killer in my eyes. And he also has brought a BA-20 with a single LMG. 7+, recce, unreliable, all that jazz. That's a question of points, because the BA-10s are 95 points, the BA-20 is only 40 points, so it's a lot cheaper. So that is his armor section. That is his 4 armored choices. 3 armored cars, 1 tank. Really interesting, right? Then he has brought Sissy Recon Squads, because of course, why would you not? It's the best unit of the Finns, and the Finns have the best infantry of the game. So the Sissies, they have that master of the hunt. They are tough fighters. They have rifles, and of course he brings them in 6-man units, which means that as soon as 3 men are dead, they become super veteran, right? Because they do that as soon as they've lost half their unit. So of course you bring them in equal numbers, right? So that you reach the half point as quickly as possible, and you're not like, I have to go and lose 4 men instead of These units are beasts. They're especially beasts because they can do that where they move up, go on ambush. so you can advance, end on ambush, and the Finns shoot with +1 from ambush. So they are really, really dangerous units. They're sort of like a sniper unit, each of them. Better units, better rifle infantry, and they're veteran, tough fighters. You're not going to want to approach them into close combat. They're just really, really good. But there is only 3 of those units, and each of them only has 6 men. So he has 18 infantrymen in his platoon here, which is definitely not a lot of men. And that is, of course, the trade-off, right? You're buying armor, but you're trading off that you don't have as many men. Then he buys a sniper team, which, of course, why not? It's the Finns, right? A light mortar team, which is cheap and it's easy to get to. He has a truck, which I guess is because he needs something to mount up all his CC recon SWATs in. And flamethrower team, and he has an anti-aircraft gun. Maybe the truck will be used to tow that one then. And then 3 Consumelettes T20s. Am I seeing a second sniper team? I think I'm seeing a second sniper team. Is that possible? I didn't think that was possible. Ooh, no. I think it's just the I think it's just the list here. That's so 1 sniper team, 1 flamethrower team, an anti-aircraft gun. I really like anti-aircraft guns because they have 2 shots. They shred through light armor. 7+, they'll destroy it. 8+, they'll even be they will hurt it. It has a 3+ pen, right? So you need to be on long range for it to not hurt you. And it has 2 shots. It will definitely hit. So I like those. And the Consumelettes are an interesting choice. It's basically the only choice you have as Finns for something that's armored transport, right? But they're definitely open-topped. They're as open as you can get. Basically, the infantry is sitting on the back of the truck, right, or the back of the Consumelette. They can tow guns, and they have forward-facing LMGs, and they're unreliable. I think that Jesper is not going to use them for his infantry. He needs them just because he needs to be able to put all his infantry into trucks, right? But I don't think he's actually going to use them. I think that he's going to have them as a sort of pseudo light tank. They're 7+, they have an LMG. He can sit on back lines and just fire out from cover or whatever, and be happy about that. That will give him nice trade-offs. It's a perfect way for to have a machine gun nest that's not killable, and which, yes, it will get pinned a lot, but so will a machine gun, right? So really interesting army, and I look forward to seeing how he uses it on the board. Hopefully I'll face him. That could be a fight. Right. Cheers.